Hello everyone, it's Laffy Traffy. Chapter 1020 of One Piece is out, and we're gonna talk about it now. If you haven't yet and you're interested, feel free to check out my reaction. There was a lot of emotions in this chapter, and I don't regret any of them, but I do live reactions on Twitch. If you're interested, follow me over there for more future live streams. However, I will not be live streaming this coming Friday on the 6th because I will be out of town. However, I will still have a reaction and review video out. I'm not sure how my upload schedule is going to be all messed up because I'll be out of town, but stick around to the end of the video if you're interested in the details. Because right now, I want to talk about 1020 of One Piece. Unfortunately, this will be a little bit of a shorter chapter because I have a lot going on right now, but I just want to hit the big topics here because it was a great chapter. Starting off with just the title, as soon as you look at that, you know that you're in for greatness, so I'm not surprised. However, we didn't really even get, even the start of Black Maria versus Robin, because it was a lot of the underlings and Brook and Robin fighting kind of like the environment more. So I'm excited for the next chapter, hopefully, to really get into the Black Maria and Robin fight. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself because the chapter starts off with Yamato and Kaido still clashing, and breaking news! Yamato does not have the Kirin fruit. Which, you know, ripperoni pepperoni, you know, that's just how One Piece goes. You make theories and then you're wrong. But, you know, to be fair, he has horns, and dogs don't have horns, nor does this Makami wolf, but whatever. He has the dog fruit mythical type model Okuchi no Makami. Didn't want to butcher that translation. But we get an awesome clash as Kaido is saying that his devil fruit is the guardian of Wano. And it's interesting, I wonder if Kaido wasn't interested in Yamato being the guardian and the new shogun of Wano until he ate this devil fruit. Maybe this devil fruit just enhanced that prophecy that Kaido wanted him to fulfill. Maybe not, but I think it's interesting that Kaido specifically points out that because he has the guardian spirit of Wano fruit, he now has to guard Wano in the name of Kaido. However, Yamato's like, actually I'm gonna guard Wano, yes, but from you, not for you. No, this isn't how this works. You're bad, I protect. We get an awesome display of an ice power glacier fang, Namuji Glacier Fang, which I absolutely love. The twisting of the fire versus ice as they're both of their breaths meet in the middle. Damn. Just the fact that there's anything that counters his blast Boru breath, damn. Yamato is amazing. I wonder how many more panels or chapters we're gonna get with Yamato versus Kaido, because when is Luffy gonna go up there? I feel like Yamato might be defeated, and right at that time maybe Luffy will be shot up there or flown up there in time to save Yamato. I'm not sure, but I am digging the clash between the two of them, so however long it takes, Luffy, take your time. Or not, because I also want Luffy versus Kaido. Maybe they'll all fight together, that'd be cool. Anyway, we cut over to, what is this scene, Oda? Did you have to do this? Did you have to do this to Robin, of all people, and Brook? The two saddest backstories manifested in this stupid illusion mist that Black Maria has, which I'm curious as to how that works, because I guess it's just something that makes you imagine your greatest desires or something you miss the most. It just like kind of seeps into your thoughts and manifests it, because there's obviously no way that Black Maria knows anything about either of their histories, at least to this extent of the three most important figures of Olvia, Professor Clover, and Saul. He's even laughing like him. Dad, chi. I can't hear that without seeing little Robin on the boat crying, laughing. Oh. But luckily for us, and unfortunately for Black Maria, Robin isn't stupid and she knows that they're not real, so she's faking being affected by it so that she can get closer to the enemies, whatever they are, and so she brings up giant hands and slaps all of them. I thought she 1KO'd them at first, which would have been great, but one of them is a number, so I guess that was a little bit too much. So sure enough, we do see that the figures from Robin's past, and she's crying, oh my god. The figures from Robin's past were not real. They were just the two snake smile fruits and one of the numbers. Again, not really sure how Black Maria's fruit really works here, but it's interesting. I feel like it's the concept because she was talking about the desires of men when she was first, shown the tattoo and everything. Especially she has that tortured soul who is just a pug. I feel like that power of drawing people into her makes sense because she has that alluring aesthetic, obviously, but also it's almost like a Black Widow, a spider waiting in their trap. So besides the fact that the power works strange, I don't think that it doesn't fit with Black Maria's character. I'm wondering if there's just more to it. Is this a devil fruit? Is this part of the smile? I doubt it's part of the smile, so it's interesting. Or maybe she just has hypnotism, kind of like that painting girl, Miss Golden Week, that's her name. That wasn't a devil fruit, so maybe Black Maria just has some hypnotizing powers? Or it could be that this is her devil fruit, but it's not stated either way. So I'm excited to see how that progresses with Robin, if that's going to be used again, but clearly it doesn't work on Robin, so maybe Black Maria will get more creative with it and show one of the Straw Hats there or something more believable that Robin can't immediately see through. But I just hope that that's not just a one-shot wonder that she tried it and then we don't hear about it again, which might be the case because it didn't work, but nonetheless, it was very entertaining to see Brook and Robin tag teaming the fight, avoiding all the fires and the Wan Yudo pug smile guy. Brook was just a great asset here because he took out the pug guy, Wan Yudo. He froze the fire so that when Robin landed, she didn't burn. And then he let Robin take care of Black Maria, which he knew, she wanted that, so that he could go fight the snakes and the number lady. So hats off to Brook here. It was amazing. But it was also so sad how Robin asked Brook how he wasn't affected by the mist as well, and Brook says, well, living my entire life dreaming about my friends being alive kind of makes you immune to those phantom images of your friends. And Robin's like, man, we're so similar. I'm like, no, you don't want to be. It is true, though. They have, the two most tragic backstories in all of One Piece. And Law. My god, if we saw Corazon and his family here, I don't even want to think about it. Anyway. Also, this is me after the fact, realizing that I did not touch at all about Robin's character development in this chapter, which was peak character development forever. For all of it. Yes. These things that Black Maria were saying to Robin would have destroyed her if this was 2 years ago, when Robin had just joined the crew and she didn't know her worth. Her entire life was summed up in this Black Maria conversation. But it is so beautiful to see how Robin smiles at her and just completely brushes her off for having no idea what it means for Sanji to rely on her, for her crew to protect her, all of these things, and she is so confident when she does it. It is beautiful. Black Maria tries to convince her that Sanji sold her out to make sure that she was captured or something, which was insane to think about. And the fact that just bringing up Sanji and what had happened made Robin smile and talk about him in such a loving way, as well as Brook. Even Brook was like, oh man, that Sanji, he's pretty cool, isn't he? He's pretty interesting. And Black Maria thinks that she's getting into Robin's head with this. Come on, you have no idea. And that's what Robin says, you don't have to know. You never will. You don't have to know what it means for him to rely on me. And it's so true. To see how far Robin has come in her confidence, in her place in the world, and especially as a Straw Hat, was beautiful. And I was not going to let this video go without talking about that, because that was my favorite part of the chapter, and somehow I just completely forgot to talk about it at all. So, this is my apology. It was the best part of the chapter. Continue on. We end this scene for this chapter as Robin is looking like Netero with the giant body and multiple hands as she's just right in the middle, ready. Oh my god. And bonus, we get 2 topless women wrestling. I do like the detail that Black Maria put on the bandages, she's not crazy, she's modest. After she takes her clothes off, she took the time to put a little bandage over it so it's not too risque. Robin, however, just made her full body, which Robin can manifest clothes. I didn't even think about that earlier. She has shown that her clone can wear clothes. So I don't think it's a matter of like, oh, she manifested a big version of herself so the clothes wouldn't fit. It's not like the clothes that she's putting on her clone are real. So Robin knows what she's doing. That's all I'll say. She did not have to go topless, but you know, give the people what they want. The closing scene of this chapter is we see Luffy has met up with Momo, who I wasn't sure where Momo and Shinobu were. We had seen that they had fallen through an area of Onigashima, but I wasn't sure if she was able to get back onto the island in just a different area, or if they fell or something, but we had seen that they were very high up, so that makes sense now that Shinobu had gotten out her kite and they were able to safely make it down to the ground. They're all the way at the Tokage port, by the way, and we see Onigashima has passed them. So Onigashima is decently inland at this point, and, you know, reminding ourselves of the Wano map, it's not that far from the capital. Not sure exactly the distance or how long, and clearly the island is moving pretty slow, but it is getting close to the capital, and now they have to fly up there as Luffy asks Momo to turn into a dragon so he can get back on Onigashima. And then we get Caribou peeking around the corner, which, you know, wondering where he's been all this time, so here's a friendly reminder from Oda that he is still plot relevant, and he is not forgotten, as he's hoping that Luffy wins so that he himself could get off the island and away from Kaido. Since he's trying to get off this island, I hope he doesn't see the polar tang nearby and try to hide himself on there. That would be interesting. Hopefully he just kind of sits and waits until the fighting is over and then maybe he'll ask Luffy. I don't know how he's gonna get off this island, but this is just a reminder. He is still here. But it is really sad to see Momo so upset because he saw Kinemon and Kiku and Kanjuro. I mean, although he was an enemy, he was still a guardian of Momo and they were very close. And so to see all of them dead, and then he's crying to Luffy, but Luffy, I love Luffy's interactions with Momo because it seems harsh, as Shinobu mentions, but realistically, Luffy it's tough love. And sometimes that's what Momo needs, to just be reminded that he is strong and that he needs to get through this because he is a leader. He's not just some fighter, he's not just a random samurai, like he is the shogun of Wano, soon to be, if all goes well. So to have Luffy there to keep him on track is really cute, and I am really liking Momo's interactions with him. And I had mentioned before about the possible ways that Luffy could get up onto Onigashima, where Luffy can fly, obviously in 4th gear, but it might be a situation where Luffy's trying to distract Momo and is actually trying to give Momo a purpose right now. And also it makes it that possibly Dragon Form Momo could make it up to Kaido, because Kaido hasn't ever seen that Momo has his devil fruit, basically the artificial version of Kaido's devil fruit made by Vegapunk. So it'd be very interesting to see if Momo in dragon form flies all the way up to Onigashima to the rooftop and deposits Luffy down, but Kaido will be right there, of course, so we'll possibly get an interesting interaction there. I am curious if Momo will be able to make it up to Onigashima. I feel like it's setting up that he will for sure make it, but it's just that Momo hasn't really trained in his dragon form. He's trained as a samurai with his swords and everything, but he hasn't ever trained with his devil fruit. And so I'm worried that he might not be able to control it all the way up to Onigashima. That was one of my reservations about that theory. However, I think that if Momo will be able to keep himself under control in dragon form enough to get all the way onto Onigashima, I think it will not be because he physically has been training. I think it's a more emotional growth that he's shown, because he's not the whiny little baby anymore, where when Kaido had first confronted him and asked for his name, like, are you the son of Odin? And all Momo could do was cry, to when he was up on the performance stage and Kaido asked the same question, Momo had the courage in him because of all of his friends coming there to save him and fight for him, and feeling that he needed to fulfill the position of shogun better, that he finally did say, like, I am Kazuki Momonosuke, son of Odin. And he had the courage to make the speech about Luffy being alive. Like, he has come very far from his original scaredy cat little kid that was on Punk Hazard and Dressrosa. So my point is that now that he has a little bit more emotional stability, and he won't be so consumed by worrying that he's similar to Kaido because he's also a dragon. That's one of the reasons why he didn't want to fly. Be a dragon that flied was because it was Kaido, and he would freak out whenever the situation would occur, and then he would turn into dragon form and he just couldn't control it. So now maybe he sees his position, and he's also read Odin's journal, so he knows for sure that his position in the world, in history, whatever it is important. All of that emotional maturity that he's received in this situation will help him calm down, know his role, and be enough that he will fly all the way up to Onigashima. And that might not seem like a lot, but I think for Momo that would be a huge leap, because him being a dragon has been a reoccurring theme of shame and embarrassment and sadness for him. So for him to embrace that power, to help Luffy and help everyone of Wano be free, I think that would be a super cool scene, and I hope we get a little in-depth insight into Momo's experience as he's flying up into Onigashima, because I think there's a lot of potential for awesome character growth in that scene. But that's enough Momo talk, and that's enough 1020 talk. So tell me what you all think. Do you think that Momo will be able to fly all the way onto Onigashima? What do you think Caribou's gonna be doing? Do you think Yamato will be fighting Kaido for much longer? Do you think he'll be able to hold out against him? And do you think that Robin versus Black Maria will continue/end in the next chapter? I don't know, but there's no break next week, so we won't have to wait long. And that brings me to the scheduling and everything. So I'm thinking about possibly doing one video, a review and reaction combined, because I won't have a lot of time to put together 2 videos. So I might do something like that. I do have some Attack on Titan videos that I need to get out from a while ago that we watched that I haven't had a chance to edit. So stay tuned for the continuation of that. Otherwise, I'm also going to Otakon, I don't know how to say it. It's in Washington, D.C., so this Friday, if anyone's in the area, that would be cool. I'm gonna dress up as Law, and this is on Friday, so I may or may not be in cosplay when I do my reaction on Friday. Might happen. But yeah, I'll just be there for that Friday, so if anyone's going to Otakon, sounds like Otakon. I'm just gonna call it Otakon. If anyone's going to Otakon, look for Law. Ow! Jesus! Why did you have to use your claws for that? You look like Momo in Kaido's you little chubby face. Anyway, that's the update for the next 2 weeks. I will not have a live reaction this Friday, but I should have a review and reaction out, and then possibly some Attack on Titan, and then I'll be at Otakon. That's my life update for you in case you're interested. And that also certainly wraps up my review for 1020. It was a solid chapter, really just excited for everything that's going to come next. I'm excited for more Yamato and Kaido, I'm excited for more Black Maria versus Robin, I'm excited for more Brook, and I'm excited for what Luffy and Momo have in store as they make their way back to Onigashima to face Kaido once more. Just make sure the man gets some meat. Poor heart pirates. Let me know your thoughts, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and check out my reaction if you haven't and you're interested. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more gaming, One Piece, and anime content. Thank you to everyone who goes and follows me over there. I am planning on streaming more, but again, the next 2 weeks I will not be streaming, unfortunately. But I appreciate it nonetheless. In the meantime, have a great day, follow your dreams, and check me next time. Bye!